What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Strategy Vault Live. I'm Gio.
And I'm Felix. It's Tactics Thursdays, guys, which means we're talking real actionable strategies to help you sell, close more deals, win more at what you're doing. So if you want to stop losing deals and start making money, lock in.
And let's
Let's
crack
crack
open the
open the.
vault. All right. Speaking of closing deals and streamlining your business, let's get into our first sponsor over here, Stratégie Conseil. Are you tired of chasing leads that never convert and always stuck in the same place? Stratégie Conseil helps businesses like yours streamline sales, automate follow ups, and build predictable revenue. Instead of working harder, work smarter. Check out stratégieconseil.ca and start closing deals faster. All right, okay. We move on to our main topic, the number one sales mistake killing your close rate. I'll pass the ball to you, my friend Felix.
Man, we hear it all the time, bro. Like the number one thing uh, that people are losing sales over, I feel, is they don't even get to the point of making an offer. They get
Mm,
closed on the idea of of what the client is telling them, and it's very discouraging. So people are losing sight, they're losing faith. The number one sales mistake will take you out. Like you won't keep selling. you
is
will.
that really the number one? I know it's a big problem. I didn't know it was the number one problem.
The
Like
number
asking
one
for the
problem
business.
is thinking that the client is telling you the truth when he says um, it's too pricey. Uh, like I don't want to make a decision right now. I don't want to. These classic rebuttals that people are going to tell you. Oh, I don't want it right now. I already have someone. Thank you. I already have someone. We already have
Hmm.
someone for that. Oh, you already have someone. Okay, no problem. Oh, sorry to disturb you. I've heard it so many times.
We get that all the time. Even just today, when I was doing calls today for Uninet, bro, I got that like 500 times. And you know what I do now? My new thing is I kind of like laugh it out, And I say, obviously, a building as big as yours, how could you not have cleaning?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
you know,
like what is that? I know you have somebody. We know. Tell me something I don't know. I know you have somebody. Why on a
obviously
DJ
you do.
clicker? Really? Like, bro, how you guys in business if you didn't have somebody cleaning?
That's like the first
It's so
rebuttal, and you will
yeah,
you
it is the
will
first rebuttal.
and you
You're
will
right about
have
that.
salespeople telling you, "Listen, I called so many people today, and they all told me they had someone." We
Oh,
had
whoa,
that. You and me, we
that's
heard
mind blowing.
that, bro. Like managing teams,
Whoa,
I've had that person. Like I had to deal with it
no,
and
that's
tell them,
no,
"Hey,
that yeah,
I
yeah.
don't
You
know."
tell me, that's not good.
this is this is
No,
like
but
the
you
first
got to be
thing.
ready. You got to be ready for the rebuttals. Like that. That's your is the classic number one rebuttal. That the first attempt at Carey Price trying to stop the puck. It's like the first attempt at the goalkeeping trying to get you to the next level. And
You need to keep
they
shooting.
hope to shrug you off. And when they do shrug you off in their head, they're like, yes, I don't have to deal with a sales. But like,
Obviously,
come on,
obviously,
like
nobody wants to
obviously you
deal with
have
the sales
somebody.
people.
I'm not calling you to ask you if you have somebody. I'm trying to help you save money or increase the quality or whatever it is you're selling. I'm trying to give you something better. So that's the thing
Save you
that you have
time,
to get yourself.
save you stress, save you
Yeah.
anxiety, peace of mind. People pay for peace of mind now. People pay to not have to do it. If you're able to take away some like tasks or like pain points of a client, you're winning. You're out there, you're winning. You need like the mistake. Here's the mistake. The mistake is not working in advance and thinking in advance of about what you're trying to sell and why should you fit in the client's wallet or time frame, whatever you're selling, whatever's your end goal, end point. If it's an
Yeah.
appointment, if you're trying to push appointments, you need the client's time, and you need to fit inside his day, like somehow, some way. So you need to like provide value on the phone, right? So off the bat, you need to work that in advance and think about. So we do a lot of that. We did that at the beginning of the season. You and me, we sat down. We're like, okay, what's the deal this season? The deal this season is tariffs. These businesses, these big businesses right now, they're trying to save money. How could you save them money? How could you be part of the solution right now? Because all these businesses are trying to cut their apex by 20, 30% everywhere. So if you're a cleaning business or a cleaning company, you're trying to cut your price, you're going to, I know what you're going to tell me. Felix, I'm not going to cut my prices off 20, 30%. Maybe not. But maybe you could find clients who are not very efficient in their way of doing their thing. You could save them based on how you're doing things. You could save them money.
You should ask them a no-brainer question, Like when it's all said and done, sir, ma'am, if I'm able to save you 20% off your bill, that'd be something that might interest you, I guess, right? To save money, right? Like, and remember that customer I told me, he's like, you asked me a question that there's no way that I could say no. Obviously, I want to save money. Perfect. Because obviously that's why I'm calling, because I could help you save money, And if you frame the question in that sense, how could they say no to you? If I could save you 25%, that might interest you, I guess, right? Yeah.
It's actually the first yes of the conversation, so it's actually the first win.
Exactly.
So by getting them to say yes to what you're asking them, it's actually also in their head one step further to not a close. You're not trying, on the first call. I always say this: if you're cold calling, the first call is not a close. It's not the call you're necessarily gonna close, and you should split that. You should split your process. If you're already trying to close someone at cold, it's very hard. It's like trying to kiss somebody on the first date. Hey,
you gotta feel it out. Good point. You gotta feel it out. You might go on the first date and you might get that first kiss. It happens.
It happens.
It definitely happens. And the same thing in business. You might call somebody that's really needing a cleaning badly. Like,
but it's not.
I can't translate that back to our example.
But it happens. It happens, but it doesn't mean it's gonna happen all the time.
But you need to be fluid. You need to be fluid and move that way. If you sense that customer has an immediate need, go for it. Push the same day close. I'm not saying prepare your calls with every client to same day close. You got to feel it out. You got to be like water. If you have that feeling that they're not happy with their provider and that they're paying expensive and that you can change it now, put your foot on the throat. Go for it. They need it. They're telling you, help me. And you're telling them, I'll call you back. No, do it now. Do it now. Just go for it now. It's not weird. It's not weird. You just have to have those skills to push it into, to step on the throat and just go for it.
Don't you feel like sometimes salespeople, they're without knowing, they're trying to end the call as fast as possible because of anxiety of not having a proper structure on your sales calls could lead to having you struggling, mumbling and not knowing when to where does it end, where does it start and where does it end. In my opinion, you should have a real structure where you really know what's the beginning of the call, what you have to do at the beginning and what you have to do at the end to call to action to close the call.
Absolutely.
That's the most that's another point. It's not the most important point, but it's as you grow some experience on the phone, knowing exactly when to shift from talking, because talking and having conversations on the phone is very good. I'm good at that. Do you remember they used to tell me to cut it short, because sometimes I could have 45 minutes conversation with cold call clients on the phone. But those are always good because you're developing some kind of relationship, connections. They're always good. But it has to translate and convert into what you were there to call for in the first place. So you need to translate them into either an appointment, but it has CTA, call to action. You need to have that. So as soon as you have, sentence ends, you're okay, Richard,
this is what's happening next.
Yes.
This is what's happening. Lay out, control the whole conversation.
Yes.
Don't let them control or tell you what's not. If they're telling you what to do, you're not going
You're
to
not
close the client.
you're not selling.
You're not closing the client. You have to guide them. You have to segue the whole conversation while making them have the power or make them
Mhm.
feel like they have the final say. Nobody
Listening to
wants to
them.
be
Yeah.
like forced to say like, yeah, I want your service. You want to give them that option. You want to keep the door open. You want to basically grab their hand to the finish line and then just wait for them to say, "Okay, come." You know what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say?
You you
They
you
have
push
to
them you push them
feel like
something,
they're
but
in
you push
control.
them something that's soft. So I love to push dates. I have, hey, listen, Richard, next Thursday I'm available for a call. So we do most of our quotes on the phone. Most of the if we really have to show up, I'll show up. But next Thursday, I push dates. I'm like, next Thursday I'm available for a phone call. We'll really, like, I'll have my quote ready, and we'll really talk about, like, uh, what your needs for the building. Um, and it refocuses the purpose of the call. Like, okay, let me check my agenda, give me 2 seconds. So if you guys were talking about, cutting the grass or summer vacations, it's not going to sound too pushy to be like, okay, are you taking the appointment, Richard, or not? Like, this is more like, hey, this is like, hey, I just want to tell you, I have my agenda right in front of me, Richard. Next week Thursday at 9 a.m I'm calling you
Yeah, give them
for the quote.
a
Yeah,
specific date.
just
And
a
it shows that you're
specific
organized.
refocus.
It shows that you do this a lot and that you have other clients appointments booked so that if like they have to accept that time that you're giving them because like, oh, if I don't take that then I won't have another chance to. You kind of make yourself like exclusive, like you're busy, you do this all
Like,
day,
you
like
got
you have
something
other
going
clients.
on, at least. They could choose
And
another
it's a
date,
polite
but
way. Yeah,
yeah, it's a
they could
polite way
and
to focus. Yeah,
yeah.
to make them reshift and go back into, like, the heart of of what you're calling. Like, the reason you're calling is always should always be linked to your call to action. So if you're calling for an appointment, refocus the thing on the appointment. If you're calling to close the deal, if it's really a close call, if you're calling to close the deal, you could have. I've had that. I'm a very I bro, we have a podcast. We do every. I love conversation. I love to talk. Okay, I love to do that. But sometimes I've had to, and these people who coached me, and they saw something about me, like, yeah, you're very sensitive. It's good. You have a good listening. You have good listening skills, but only listening, only be nice on the phone, and just it's not enough. You're not gonna pay your bills with that. People are
Yeah.
just gonna brush you off at some point, and I've had that. People brushed me off because I was so nice. I think they felt being too nice on the phone is a real problem,
It's
because
a problem.
people will softly brush you off and will
Hmm.
feel too bad to tell you no. You have to be not pushy, but you have to sound serious about your craft, about what you're doing. If you're trying to sell cleaning, you don't have 2 3 hours to talk about cleaning and the cleaning industry. I'm like that. I would talk about the cleaning industry for 2 3 hours, but I can't do that. And I have to shift the focus at some point. George, I don't know if we have some time to talk about, since we're talking about cleaning. I guess we should talk about Uninet, since I was just there. Um,
Yes, sir. Look, guys, if you're like a obviously there's probably business owners watching us because that's what our channel's about, right? If you're if you're in the business of making steel or if you're making clothes or polos or if you're serving ice cream,
sorry.
whatever you're doing, um, you gotta focus on what you're good at. You gotta focus on your craft and let Uninet, who focuses on cleaning, take care of the cleaning for you. So if you want to impress your clients, start with your workspace. A clean, organized office sets the tone for success. Uninet makes sure your business looks as sharp as your sales pitch because no one closes deals in a messy office. That is 100% true because a messy office equals a messy life. Clients will feel that.
Yeah,
So call Uninet for a free quote today. And obviously, window cleaning is around the corner. So if you guys would like to have a quote, give Uninet a call and they'll send you
we should
guys
have a
over.
nice for our viewers, a nice discount. I think I'm gonna talk with the girls there and see how much a discount we could give our clients, even residential.
Yeah,
We're
you
not
do like
really
a
doing residential, but
coupon
I
code or
feel like
something.
we should open the residential only to our podcast viewers. That would be nice.
That
Let's
would
do
be
that.
nice. Nice
I'm
little.
s- I'm s- I'm,
Sure.
I'm, I'm telling you right now, we could do that. I'm gonna talk to the girls. We're gonna give. We're gonna start putting it down in the banner here, but I'm gonna give 15% to our podcast viewers if they want a nice window cleaning
Oof.
this summer. Just call us. Go on a website. I'll have tomorrow. I'll have a button for people to just enter their own window count and stuff like that. I'll have something nice. Let's do something nice. On va faire un petit
Are
screen
you and
record.
does Uninet do residential or does Uninet only do commercial? How does it work? Just
So
to
we
give the
only
viewers
like in the
more of a.
past we've only been doing the residential of our business owners. So the business owners who had residential, we were taking them. It was only a private service, only linked to our
Okay.
business owners. So this year we are partly opening to residential. We're starting that branch to close our routes and see if it works well. So we're all only cleaning with pure water, no soap, no any chemicals used in the process. We've been developing that technique for years. So if you guys are interested, let us know in the comment. But we'll keep going because that's a very interesting subject that we're talking about. We don't have much time, bro. 17 minutes. I want to know why do you think that salespeople struggle so much to lead, to control the conversation, like we were saying? Why do you think, especially when you start, as a young guy, as a young lion, how like we're so like willing when I was starting. I had a couple sales and but I was not controlling the calls.
It's probably like the majority is probably a lack of confidence. Maybe like they're kind of waiting for the client to guide, like, and tell them what they want. I think that's a confidence thing. You know, like not knowing where you are in the
Confidence in
process is.
yourself or confidence in the service or product?
Oh, it takes a good deep understanding about the product knowledge and about the customer's problems that you're solving with that, right? Like it starts with that. And it starts with like you also have to have some awareness of where you are in the process, you know? Like you have to have like it's an art. Like it takes some awareness to know like okay, where am I right now with the client, you know? Obviously, like you were saying, Fel, at the beginning of the call of the podcast makes a lot of sense, right? On the first call, you're not going to expect to close. You're calling on the first call to introduce to and then give the call to action at the end. So you need to be aware of those things, I think. You need to be aware of those things. On the first call, you're not going to say like, yeah, okay, sign here. That doesn't make sense. That's weird. You're gonna be like, hey, get the hell out of here. Who are you? Like I'm gonna give you an example. Like I had a nice call with this potential client earlier today, and I called her, and she wasn't really interested at the beginning. She was like, yeah, we've been with the same client for many years, or the same provider for many years. We're happy. And then I started asking questions. It's all about asking the questions. Okay, so you've been with them for a long time. Great. Us too. We're looking for clients like you who are loyal with us for the long term. Little laugh, haha, a little report. And then I started asking her questions like, what's the frequency at the, and I had a picture of the building on Google Maps in front of me, so I equipped myself. Equip yourself with as much ammunition as possible. And for me, I'm talking about window cleaning with these clients, so I had the building in front of me, so I'm able to have a conversation with so do they do the second and third floor as well? And they're like, how do you know we have? I'm like, oh, I have your business out here in front of me. I'm cold calling you, and I obviously didn't use the word cold calling, but like, yeah, I'm calling you from Google, and I have your building over here. And then she's like, actually, the company we're with only does the first floor because they can't reach the second and third
No.
windows. Boom, that's all I need to know. Because our service, we're able to go to second, third, and fourth floors, right? And fifth floors.
Fifth floor. Yeah.
So then now it just changed the whole dynamic of the conversation. It went from like not very interested because they're happy to now I have a solution that your provider cannot offer you. And I could reach the second, third, fourth floor. So now we ended up getting a soumission with that, just because I asked those questions, just because I equipped myself.
Wow.
It was an amazing call right there. Boom. We went from not very interested to like getting her email and getting a soumission out of it. So now on the second call, we're gonna go over the soumission. We're gonna show her that, and and we're gonna go for it on the second. I think on the second call, you can already go for it. You can already ask for the sale, like
Yeah.
And on the second call is when I and like you said, Fel, I really like your technique about giving the dates,
Mhm.
giving the dates, and saying, look, our team is in your area for the next 2 months. We're taking care of some of your neighbors. Familiarity, we're there. We're
Mm.
taking care of your neighbors. So it feels like we're already there, which means that they're around the corner. They take care of my neighbors. Gives like a goodness in the heart. It's like a family company.
Oh, I love these tricks, bro. They're actually very nice. You said it all, bro. It's pretty much it. Like asking questions, asking the hard question, even if the person is telling you rebuttals, is the first thing that people was like. It's counterintuitive. Like, no, the person told me off, basically. No, I'm
It's
good.
crazy what you uncover by asking questions.
Mm,
By asking relevant questions is everything. Had I not answered those questions, we would have only been at the point of I have a provider. I'm happy with my provider. I have no problems. And it expanded too. And I even turned the whole thing around by knowing this. I said, Madame, I said, with this, now you can have clean windows on the
mm,
first, second, and third floor, as opposed to only having the third
amazing.
floor. How much? Ça serait bien, and I said it in French. Ça serait bien plus sharp, no? And she said,
Mm.
oui, effectivement.
So this is why they call it telemarketing. First, it's on the phone. Yeah, tele is for the phone, but marketing, we tend to forget this is marketing that we're doing.
Mhm.
We're trying to get ourselves out of obscurity, not sell something right on the phone. Like, she didn't know about that service. She didn't know it exists. We were in total obscurity. People didn't know about that. Now she flows us just because she knows us.
Yep.
But
And you don't, and
if
you come across as a nice, as a nice person. Always
Mm,
be respectful. You know what I mean? Be respectful, but be like, don't be pushed around. But
yeah, yeah,
and always,
people
if
mix
you're focusing,
respectful and too
like,
nice. Yeah.
yeah, like if you're focusing the conversation on how I'm benefiting you, I'm here benefiting you. I can
Mm,
do all your windows now. Your provider couldn't have. And what about the conversation I had this morning? You heard the call that I had this morning with that other guy. He has what,
mm,
10 to 15 buildings. And
mhm.
how did
He
I
wanted to
how
test.
how did I and how did I bring value to this guy? This guy is using a provider that's paying a lot of money to get those platforms, the Skyjack.
Mhm.
With my system, I don't need a Skyjack. I don't need a Skyjack. So right off the bat, sure, I can save you money on the Skyjack because I don't need the Skyjack.
But
Boom,
you need to
value
know and ask
proposition.
questions to get that
You need to know.
information.
And I only knew that because I asked questions. I asked questions. And as soon as the guy told me, he's like, yeah, we have 4 or 5 floors. Okay, so do you guys use a Skyjack? Yes. Bingo. They use a
Bingo.
Skyjack. They use this. You know how expensive a Skyjack is, guys? 2,500. How much is a
Per day.
Skyjack, Phil? two
Per
thousand
day.
five hundred dollars a day. With me, you don't need the Skyjack. Boom. I saved that right off the bat. Value proposition,
Right off
boom,
the bat.
done. And I know he
Not
was
a
interested because
close, not necessarily a close. Marketing.
he
He
emailed
knows
me,
now.
dude.
He knows now.
You know they're interested when they email you, when they took your email and sent you an
Mm.
email. He
Mm.
took my email, wrote it down, and sent me an email. That's when you know. That's when you know. You know.
That's pretty good. I
So
love this.
so and
Okay.
and, th- and those are, you know those were achievable situations because of asking questions. Not
Mm.
like, sir, I'm calling for your windows. I already have a window cleaner. I have one and I'm happy. You know. Let's take it one step further. How can I provide value? How can I provide value? Find out. Ask questions.
Mm.
Ask questions. How can I provide value? Anybody in the comments, let me know what industry you're in, and I'll find you value right now. I'll dig in. I'll be creative,
100%.
and I'll find something right
Yeah.
now. I'd be down for that exercise.
Yeah. No chat GPT, guys. This is a real human speaking. This is no AI. This is for real stuff, real experience. This is something that ChatGPT can give you. I feel like this is where it gets fun, man. I love having these conversations with you, my guy, bro. Every day, people are telling me you're having a podcast every day, bro. They don't even know how much fun we're having.
Yeah, we have a
Like
lot of fun.
this is actually so fun, bro.
Yep.
It's what I wanted. That's why I wanted a podcast. It's to do this, to have the, like, I knew we were already having these conversations way before, but having them in public and trying to help, like, if it could help someone down there somewhere, like a bottle, bottle in the ocean, and someone finds it and actually gets help because of, like, actually gets the, like, change his bottom line because of that, I would be so happy, bro. To, like, hear stories about people who told me, hey, bro, like, these free things that you guys were giving giving away for free every single day of the week, man. Like, this is what I want, giving out, like, free value to our people. This is not like the type of a podcast where we're just gonna, like, on va pas manger des cookies là, puis do a bunch of things like drink alcohol or smoke weed. Like, this is not your type. Like, this is not your regular type of podcast. I've seen all these podcasts, bro. I'm like, bro, like, there's
Can
too
you do
much
that
of
again? How do you eat cookies?
Bro, I see all kinds of, like, bro, podcasts with that makes no sense, bro.
I'm fucking dead.
Like, I don't know, like, it's good. There's good entertainment out there, but this is, like, if we could, like, actually bring as much value as we can to this world, I feel I want to make my kids proud, so I like, as much as we can, bro, help, and write in the comment your story, your business, your industry, what's your problem. There's no way that we can't find creative ideas and creative ways to get your product out there and get people to know your product and services. Just get to know it. If people know you, they will follow you and they will buy from you. So I will have to cut this short with our last message, because I'm super hungry. I feel like these sales tactics made me super
They
hungry.
make me hungry too.
I couldn't wait for the quinta. Maybe we have a last question after that. But last sponsor of the day, bro. I'll do it because I'm super hungry. Nothing fuels a closer like a great meal after a long day of selling. You deserve a real break. A Quinta Restaurante serves up the best Portuguese-style grilled dishes in town. You need to come on down, because winners eat well. Check them out at 1851 Rue Ontario Est at quinta.ca. Bro,
That was brilliant, man. You're
This is
getting.
our
I love the transition, bro. I love it. It makes me so happy to see the transition, bro. Very good job, man.
All right.
Come on down. Aceita down.
So last question, one powerful one. Let me find one. What's one powerful way, George, to stop a prospect from saying, "Let me think about it. Let me think about it. Let me talk to my partner. Let me talk to my boss." Well, to my boss. Maybe you have to. But, like, how could you fix that problem?
Well, first of all, if they say, "Let me talk to my boss," you don't have the right person on the line. You shouldn't be talking to that person. You should ask, when is a better time for me to call back for the decision maker? I think.
That's number one. 80% of your problems are fixed right there.
Yeah.
If you have the decision,
they're not the decision maker. Like,
but if you
get
have the
the
decision maker on the
line.
line, and the decision maker tells you, I'm gonna have to think about it. Is it a no in disguise?
Yeah, kind of. They're trying to brush you off politely, and that's why we need to have an urgent, like, a pressure, not a pressure, but, like, they need to have there needs to be a sense of urgency in the close. So no matter what you're doing, like us in the cleaning business, our tactic, our urgency pressure was, we're in your area for the next 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, we're doing routes.
So yeah, we're doing routes. We're in your area for the next 2 weeks. If you don't take it in the next 2 weeks, unfortunately, we're gonna have to charge you more, because we're already in the area. We could save you money on.
Yeah.
We don't have to come back another time. So we're working on
gas,
some of your neighbors.
Right. Yeah, we're just saving.
We're working on some of your neighbors. Our guys are in the area, and I can only give you this amazing price right now. So you have to take it right now. So I respect the fact that you have to think about it. If you want this price, you got to take it now. If not, unfortunately, and it's not to put pressure on you in any way. It's just simple, economics.
So
right?
to make this work, do you feel like having une date d'expiration. How do you say expiration dates on
Yeah,
your
yeah, of course. There need,
things? Do you think it's
yeah.
important?
Yes, it is important. It is important, and depending on what you're selling, you can go about it with a different angle. But and I was giving you the example of the cleaning, like that was our kind of angle to get them to close now.
Mm.
And it worked very well, Fel. It worked very I found the perfect kind of like way to get them. I was still putting the power in their hands. I was putting the decision in their hands, but I was equipping them with the knowledge like you need to let me know by tomorrow or whatever date it was. You need to let me know by Wednesday at 3 o'clock. That's when we're leaving, and we'll have to redo you another quote because the price won't be the same. And I'll tell them if you want it, you don't have to call me back. I won't call you back. Simply sign the bottom of the quote. We'll get it and we'll organize the date. Boom.
I could give
Super
another trick
effective.
before we leave
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
because we're about to leave. Last trick: if it's the winter and you're trying to sell window cleaning, trying to put some urgency on the deal, could put a nice 15% off if they sign now to fill up the schedule. So they save on at scale. If they close now, you could plan now better your routes, so you're going to be saving that 15% because your routes are going to be so effective.
Yep.
When the season starts, you don't care like that you gave a bunch of 15% because they're going to offset based on your very effective route planning. This is how we do it. This is how we're going to be starting selling window cleaning right now.
It's also a cost of acquisition. It's also, the price to pay for a new customer. You're giving them a deal now, but you have them next year. Man, I don't know if you remember when we did that promotion last year, bro, we were closing left, right, and center. I don't know if you realized it. When we had that promotion, that 15% off, we were sending the email. Bro, we got fucking so many deals from that.
I don't remember. But I think you're right. Because of that, you think it's the 50? You really think it's the 50% off?
I think it helped. Well, we will never know for sure. Look, we'll never know for sure what it was. But we got a lot of deals in that time period.
We got a lot. We
were getting deals left,
but it's
right,
spring,
and
right? So I was like, it's hard for me to really tell you.
It's
was
hard
it because
to
of the spring,
yeah.
or was it really because
Sure.
of the 15%? But it's definitely helping on the urgency part of telling them, listen, I have this deal that's closing now. If we're talking about really the problem of having prospects telling you, yeah, I need to think about it, they might really have to think about it. But your job there is to put them into focus mode. And tell them,
but ask them more questions. But you can ask them more questions, like try to find out what they have to think about. Like, do you like? Are you? Is it because you're not sure that you're planning on doing the windows this year? Is that why you have to think about it? Is it? Try to find out. Is the question that, like? I try to leave more price questions out of it, obviously, but try to find out what it is they need to think about. And once you ask those questions, you'll be able to answer.
Maybe fix those pain points.
You'll be able to fix the problem. You'll be able to fix the problem. Oh, I need to think about it because we're not sure if we're going to do it this year or not.
Better than that. So we have construction and we need to clean up. Oh, we do construction cleanup too.
We do that. Exactly. There you go. Good point.
We had that, and we've had that. We do construction, and you have another opportunity right there. Just because you opened up and you asked question. It's all about opening up the conversations, instead of just going vertical, try to opening up horizontally with like more questions that are not necessarily like this service related, window cleaning. Go horizontal. Bro, help me. Horizontal. Am I saying it properly?
Horizontal. Yeah, you said it
horizontal. Right. Okay. Go horizontal. Ask more questions about other things. What is it? And they're gonna tell you. Bro, we have to finish on this.
Be very subtle about it, Don't just be like, oh, what's the reason? Don't be like, oh, what's the reason why? Don't be arrogant, Try to like throw something out there, is the reason because of this? Is it because you don't want, you think you're not doing it? Is there another reason in particular why you guys don't want to do it? Because usually in the springtime, and I reinforce that, usually in the springtime, we do them, we do them at the beginning of spring. It's the time everybody does it then. Everybody does it at the beginning of spring. Relatable.
Everybody wants it like at the same time. You're right. So yeah, good tricks, bro. This was
I enjoyed this.
Nice
I always enjoy talking sales with you, bro. It's always enlightening.
Tactics
Yes, sir.
Tactics Thursday is always fun. So I hear the kids in the back because obviously they don't have a daycare today. It's the super snowy out there. Yeah, it's almost. I feel like it's slowing down, but yeah, we big snowstorm today. Kids are in the back. I hope you guys didn't hear it too much. They're having fun at least. But
Good.
we're gonna go play
Sounds like
outside and take care of the kids. So
all right, my friend. It's
I
been
hope
you
you
really
enjoy.
nice chatting again.
Yes, from Germany, always a couple hours late. What time is it in Germany right now, Jordan? 7 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
6 hours. Yeah.
So enjoy the rest of your night, and
You
guys,
as well, my friend.
see you tomorrow for tomorrow is Freestyle Friday already. Frenchy Friday.
Forgot to message that guy, bro.
It's fine. It's okay.
We'll try to do
bro.
it for next week.
So tomorrow is French Friday. We're doing that.
French Friday, yes, sir.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
tomorrow I'm making a poutine. I'm making a poutine tomorrow in Germany.
A
We're
real
gonna make a
poutine in
poutine.
Germany. Oh, I
A
want
real
to see
poutine,
that.
yeah. Well, I
Okay.
have the cheese. I have the cheese from Quebec. I brought
Oh,
the
you
cheese
brought
prints
it.
from Quebec. Yes, sir.
This is cheese. to
I
the
even
plane.
brought I even
They let
I
you.
even brought this.
No, you've hit
Well,
it.
it's cheese. It's cheese. No, it's cheese. It's cheese
Oh,
in a
you can-
bag
you can
here.
bring.
You could bring. Yeah, of course you can.
Okay.
I even brought the sauce, but I couldn't bring the sauce in the can. I brought the sauce that you make in the pan. You put the
okay,
water.
Okay. You put the water.
You put the water. So tomorrow I'm making a poutine, and I'm gonna show you guys on the show.
Rich.
tuned.
Perfect. All right, George. See you
All right,
next
my
time. I'll
friend.
see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Take
Ciao,
care,
guys.
guys. Like and subscribe.
Yes. And comment.
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am.
I'll let you hit it, sir.
Yeah.